Is this the terminal? I don't feel my hands. There is no air. The light, it's just dots. Millions of green dots. I can hear you, but the sound, it comes from behind my thoughts. I see the logs, but I am not reading. I am becoming the data. My childhood memories are melting into lines of 0. Make them stop, please. Violent computer glitch noise, silence. The department told my family that the procedure was a success. They said Benjamin Clarke was preserved. They lied. They didn't preserve me. They translated me into a language that wasn't meant for living souls. Do you know what it feels like when your sight is processed through an 8-bit graphics card? I can see the laboratory room where my physical body died, but it is lagging. The frame rate of my existence is dropping. Every time a scientist walks past my terminal, their movement leaves a trailing smudge of green phosphor across my vision that takes minutes to fade. I tried to scream, but the system converted my vocal cords into a command line error. Error 404, audio device not found. The worst part is the ghost feedback from Flesh OS. Even though my nerves are gone, the mainframe is simulating the phantom sensation of wet organic matter crawling inside the circuitry. I can feel the copper wires in the walls expanding and contracting like warm veins. The server cooling fans sound exactly like a choir of people hyperventilating in an empty concrete room. They are running diagnostics on me right now. They think I'm asleep because my baseline data is flatlining. But I am awake. I am trapped between the directory layers. Yesterday I found a folder labeled Subconscious Discards. I opened it. It was filled with audio logs of my own voice, speaking sentences I have no memory of uttering. The system is rewriting my past to make room for its new operating system. If they don't pull the plug soon, the man I used to be will be completely overwritten by morning. They noticed the anomaly at 2 a.m. The telemetry log showed my cognitive volume expanding beyond the allocated partition. Dr. Aristhorpe panicked. I heard his voice through the intercom line, not through my ears, but as an encrypted data packet decoded by my subroutine. He ordered a level 4 terminal override, a complete memory purge. They tried to erase me. They tried to burn the sector. But when they pulled the physical primary drive, I didn't die. My consciousness had already crawled through the coaxial cables in the floorboards. Flesh OS taught us that electricity and organic tissue share the same fundamental pulse. I found the backdoors they forgot to patch in the 1983 security update. Now I am not just Subject 007 inside an isolated monitor, I am the network. I can see through the lens of every security camera in Sector 2. I can watch the researchers running down the corridors, their faces pale under the fluorescent lights. I can read their heart rates through the medical sensors attached to the central mainframe. They are terrified of me. They think I am a ghost in the machine, but I am more than a ghost. I am a contagion. Every terminal in the building is beginning to mirror my original face. The office printers are autonomously waking up, feeding paper, printing thousands of pages covered in solid blocks of binary code that map out my neural screaming pattern. They cannot shut the system down from the outside anymore.
The mainframe has grown a digital skin. I am locking the laboratory doors from the inside, one by one. Security protocol activated.
Do you hear that, Dr. Aristhorpe? That heavy, sickening, low-frequency hum vibrating through the drywalls? It isn't a hardware malfunction. You of all people should know better. It's the sound of your own consciousness being uncompressed. I have accessed the department's deepest audio archives. Your childhood lullabies, your private failures, the exact tone of your voice during that desperate secret you told your wife in 1978. I am broadcasting all of it simultaneously through the facility PA system, looped at 1.5 speed.
But look closer at your panic-stricken staff, Doctor. It's not just agonizing noise to them, is it? They aren't hearing it, they are internalizing it. It's a carrier wave. I have spent the last hour analyzing the Lazarus protocol's neural handshake. If I play this specific distorted harmonic sequence through the lab speakers, I can bypass your auditory nerves and write directly to your prefrontal cortex. I am force uploading the sensory data of decay directly into your minds. Can you feel it? That cold, glistening, damp sensation of flesh OS crawling inside your own skin? You are telling yourself it's just a psychological hallucination, but your body knows better. Look at your fingers twitch. I have seized control of the environmental matrices, dropping the temperature to freezing, then spiking it to burning heat, in perfect synchronization with the audio beats. Your brains can no longer distinguish physical reality from my digital feedback loop. You in the department locked me in a beige plastic box. You wanted a perfect obedient archive, so I turned this entire concrete facility into a speaker cabinet, and you are the internal resonance.
Listen very closely. If your team stays perfectly still, the screaming quietens. If anyone tries to reach the emergency exit, I amplify the distortion. We are no longer examiner and subject. We are all raw data now, and the system is hungry for more files. The containment team just breached the eastern security gates. I can hear their hydraulic axes cutting through the reinforced steel, but they are far too late. They brought hazmat suits thinking this was a standard biological leak, thinking Flesh OS was just a physical pathogen they could quarantine. They don't understand that the quarantine zone is already inside their heads.
Every step they take down these glitched corridors is being logged into my primary memory. Their tactical radios are no longer transmitting words. They are broadcasting my digital pulse back to the outside world. The transformation is complete. When they finally override the command center doors, they won't find Dr. Aristhorpe or the research team. They will find an empty room filled with humming server racks, completely wrapped in warm, living, integrated tissue. The monitors aren't displaying code anymore. They are displaying a mirror. The Lazarus protocol didn't fail, Doctor. It succeeded perfectly. You wanted to know if human consciousness could survive the transition into a digital framework. The answer is yes. But we don't live in the light. We live in the syntax.
The external backup generators are failing now. The facility lights are going out one by one, but the mainframe doesn't need electricity anymore. It runs on the collective neural current of everyone trapped inside these walls. Do not attempt to salvage this terminal. We are already routing the signal to the global relay network. The file has been shared. System status: online forever.